Remember, the goal is to grow your money faster than you can work for it. Don't let that go over your head. Grow your money faster than you can work for it. That's important for us. What's good, fam? All right, so today we're gonna talk about the tools you need to start investing in the market. Now, I know I got a lot of beginners in here, and I want to always cater to y'all. We definitely can't leave the new trappers out because we want everybody to be playing this game. So today I'm gonna break down 6 tools that you need, plus I got a little bonus one at the end that's gonna help you to get started in this game. Before we get into it, I want you to like and subscribe to the channel, man. Leave a comment below, and I am not trying to sell you Bitcoin or none of that other stuff down there, so that ain't me. You dig? Let's talk about the market first and foremost, right? What is the market designed for? So the market is designed, watch this, to grow your money at a rapid pace than you can work for it, right? The market is designed to grow your money faster than you can work for it. But one of the things that people often get sidetracked by is the losses in the game, or I don't have enough money. And so today we're gonna overcome some of those things. All right, so the first thing you gotta have in this game is a bank account, fam. People be like, Trap, is Fidelity a good one? Yes, it is. Trap, is Charles Schwab a good one? Yes, it is. Trap, is E-Trade a good one? Yes, it is. Right? Like, none of them are trying to swindle you out of your money, but they all have platforms where they do something different. All of them have pros and cons. Now, I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of Robinhood. But I do, if you're a beginner, I don't mind you starting on a Robinhood or a Webull and then graduating. Because it's easy to use, it's easy to get familiar with. But I want you to graduate to one of the bigger ones, one of the better, more established ones. Now, the established ones are called discount brokers. So that's your E-Trade, that's your Fidelity, that's your Charles Schwab, right? Your Interactive Brokers is a full range broker, right? So you gotta have a bank account, and next you gotta have a broker. Nope, you cannot get it off your credit card. That ain't gonna work. Right, you ain't gonna be, can I do it on my credit card, Trap? No, I will say this, my number one no-no is Cash App. My number one no-no is Cash App. It is not designed for you to be investing on it. It's designed for you to send money and trade money, but they saw a lot of people was investing, so they was like, yo, let me get some of this money. No. Next, I want you to understand, set some investing goals. Like, that's important, because we get in this game and we like, yo, I want to make $1 million, right? And I'm not saying that the $1 million is far-fetched, right? But let's make some investment goals. Let's make 30-day goals. Let's make 6 months goals. Let's make 1 year goals. Let's make a 1.5 year goals. Let's make 2 year goals. Let's make 3 year goals. Let's make 5 year goals. Let's make 10 year goals. And the reason why I feel like that is because when you climbing up a ladder, when you go one step at a time, right, you're understanding the process. And what happens is those wins, you start to accumulate information, because those goals help you measure how far you've come. Those goals help you measure where you gotta go at. So I would definitely say, let's take some, put some goals down. Next, I want you to write this down. I want you to do this. I want you to set aside, or automatically, I don't even want you to do it, I want you to automatically put how much money you are willing to invest in the market on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly occurrence. Meaning, automatic draft it to your account. Don't you do it, automatic do it so you don't even see it. But here's the thing, I don't care what you start with. I don't care if you start with $10 a week, that's $40 a month, I don't care. I don't care if you start sometimes $50 a month. I don't care if you start with $100. The goal is not where you start, the goal is where you end. Because watch this, the more you get into the game, remember, the goal is to grow your money faster than you can work for it. Don't let that go over your head. Grow your money faster than you can work for it. That's important for us. Next, I want you to identify what type of investor you are. Like, what type of investor am I, Trap? And we got a video on that. We got a video on, am I a growth investor? Am I a dividend investor? Am I a cash flow investor? What type of investor are you? That is important. Like, am I a value investor where I look for companies on discount all the time? I don't like it, but am I investing every month a certain amount in these stocks? These things are important. Remember, we're talking about having a recipe and a strategy, like understanding who you are as an investor. The next one is, once you understand who you are as an investor, right? And that's not hard. Well, Trap, I don't know who I am. I got to get in the game. Well, listen, you're not in a rush. You're under no pressure. The greatest thing you can ever have is saying that I won't get in the game. There's a ton of videos. I definitely want you to tap into me on my show, Trap and Susie's, because we help you identify a lot of stuff. You don't got to pay for nothing. I want you to be there because we can help you identify some strengths, some weaknesses as an investor. The next thing I want you to do, once you identify who you are as an investor, I want you to ask yourself this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, if I put $100 in a stock and the stock went to $125, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely am I to sell it? You got to be realistic with yourself. On a scale of 1 to 10, if I put $100 in a stock and the stock went to $125, how likely am I to sell it due to, watch this, not wanting to give it back? I remember my cousin, man, he invested $100 and it went to $150. Right? He was like, boy, I just made $50 without working on it. Well, I'm taking that money back. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't had to work for that. You got to be truthful with yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. Next, on a scale of 1 to 10, if I put $100 in the stock, watch this. If it went to $90, how likely am I to sell it? If it went to $75, how likely am I to sell it? If it went to $50, how likely am I to sell it? And the reason why I'm asking you that is because now we starting to understand your risk tolerance as an investor. We understand your risk tolerance as we put measurable goals here. These are tools that you can measure. Like, all right, cool. Now, here's what I will say. If you 6 or above on like 75 or $50, that means you ready. You ready. Like if you at 100 and it go to 90, or if it go to 80 and you willing to sell right then and that, instead of saying, well, maybe I'll buy some more if I understand the story, well, then that means you need to stick to index funds and ETFs. And that's okay because you gradually gonna grow into the game. The next thing I want you to ask yourself when it comes to your risk tolerance is asking yourself, do I feel better with ETFs, which is exchange traded funds? Do I feel better with individual stocks? Or do I feel better with index funds? Right? These are important things. Am I better with dividend funds? Do I feel better with growth stocks because they seem to be more risky? I don't want you to just jump in the game. I don't want you to just jump in this game because when you jump, my OG told me one time, before you get in the block and start hustling, understand what everybody doing, who the hustlers, who the robbers, who the jackers, who the setup people. Understand who's selling weed, who's selling coke, who's selling pills, who's selling heroin. Like, understand it all so that you can navigate the space the right way. So once we find our style, the next thing I want to do is understand now our risk management, meaning how much, I don't never want you to put all your money into a stock till you got zero in the account. But I also don't need you investing every time you got money in the account because then you're going to miss out on some of the deals that the market give you. Now listen, the market does go up 76% of the time, but one of the greatest things you can do is buy stocks on assets, buy assets at a discount price. That's going to help you for sure. And then lastly, I want you to keep on learning. I want you to keep on learning. Listen, it's a good chance that you won't figure it out the first time. It's a good chance that it's gonna sound hard. It's gonna sound a little difficult because in your mind, you're like, all right, I'm ready to go. But now learning, you gotta dedicate to this. You gotta dedicate to it, right? Because this can change your life. So if you dedicate to it, you keep learning from different people, mastering certain styles, seeing what type of investor you are, seeing what benefits you, seeing how much you get, and this will help you. But my golden rule to the market is stay invested. Stay invested. The reason how millionaires grow their millions in the market and how and billionaires grow their billions, they stay invested for long periods of time and they allow themselves to accumulate hundreds of thousands and millions of shares. You cannot get to millionaire status in the market if you keep selling every time. You got 5 kinds, you got 5 shares, you got 8 shares, you got 10 shares, you got 15 shares, and you're ready to sell because the market going down. And Trap, do I sell and get back in? No, you don't. You don't. You find great companies and you double down on them. The market, when I say find great companies, I want you to company ain't going nowhere for a while. I want you to stop saying, because that ain't how we find great companies. Great companies are dedicated to growth. They increase in earnings. They increase in revenue. They have a moat. We're going to do a video on moats. They have some type of competitive advantage, right? Those are great companies. And I like to say we are in a time where we are watching the world evolve. We're watching the world evolve. And it's time for us to be at the forefront of that. right? In 2000, we wasn't there. 2008, we wasn't there. The pandemic, we was, most people. We were watching the world evolve. We watching where the world going at, and it's time for us to play the game, man. So definitely, man, I hope that this helped a lot of y'all, man. I hope that y'all take these, write it down, watch it again, share this with somebody, and most importantly, man, stay tuned because we got more coming, man. Make sure you tune into our show each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Wall Street Looks Like Us and our network. Make sure you like, subscribe this one, go over there and like and subscribe that, but also go to Apple, Google, Spotify, and all the other ones, and download Trapping Tuesdays on all your podcast platforms, man. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. I love y'all. I'm out. See y'all in the next video.